Hey guys, so today's video is a tanning routine. I know it's been long awaited. I've kind of kept you in the dark about my tips and tricks and the products that I've been using. So lately I have been self-tanning non-stop because I am pretending that New Jersey weather is warm and it is actually spring. I know that when you first start out kind of tanning, you get really stressed out. It's a really stressful process, I'm not gonna lie. But now that I've been doing it for quite some time, I've kind of got the hang of it, and I've kind of picked up some tips and tricks along the way that I wanted to go ahead and share with you guys to make your process a lot easier. I promise you it's not that scary, and I do want to mention one product today that I've actually been using, and I think it's pretty like user friendly. So if you'd like to learn a little bit more, just stay tuned and keep watching. The Tanaceuticals CC Color and Correct. This is the self-tanning body lotion in dark girl. I need that tan, especially with the weather hopefully getting better. It's supposed to snow. New Jersey. But basically this is a CC cream body lotion. I've used everything from sprays to mousse to like those gradual lotions, and they work, okay, I'm not gonna lie, but they're not the best. I suffer with dry skin all over. I am ashy and dry. I'm like the Sahara in a human being. So I moisturize myself like all the time. I'm just like swimming in body lotion. And so it makes my life so much easier when I use a body lotion rather than one of those sprays or the mousse, because this does not stick to my dry spots. Another thing that's really awesome about this is it doesn't have color guard. If you guys know, if you add like the color, I don't know what it's called, but I think it's called the color guard. It adds like a dark brown or like an orange color so that when you're applying it, like initially at night or whatever, you can see where you're applying it if it's even. But that's what ends up like all over my sheets, all over my clothes, like everywhere. I just look like I kind of just painted myself, and this does not have it. It's clear. So what you do is when you're applying it at night, you might not know how much you're applying and stuff like that, so just try to keep it as even as possible. But since it's a body lotion and not a spray and not a mousse, it doesn't really have as many problems as those do. But since it doesn't have that color guard, what I do is sometimes if I'm going to an event and I'm like, oh my gosh, my legs aren't tan and I'm wearing a skirt, like this is ridiculous, like I need to make sure my legs don't look like Casper the Ghost, I pop this on, like I moisturize it with my glove. Do not use hands on this. Do not, okay? Anyways, I use the glove, put it on my legs, and I leave the house, and throughout the day, it gradually gets tanner and tanner. It takes about, I would say, like 4 or 5 hours for me to actually see a difference, and then from there, it just gets darker and darker and darker. And then the last thing that I hold like super important for my self-tanners is that they don't stink disgustingly. Like, I don't find a need to rub myself in something that smells like grossness, okay? Like, I don't need people hating on me the entire week, because self-tanners last like 5-7 days or something like that, and like what I'm gonna walk around the entire day just being like, hey guys, don't smell me? No, okay? No. So this one does a really good job actually of covering up the tanning scent, sorry. I think it's like coconut or something. Acai berry, mango butter, vitamin E, and they use fresh coconut scent to eliminate the self-tanner smell. Honestly, I wouldn't say eliminate. If you know self-tanners, you can smell that it's like self-tannerish, but they do a really good job of covering it up. It smells like a summer fragrance. And then they also have the face lotion, which is really, really convenient. I've used a lot of face kind of, what are they called, tanners? But some of them don't happen fast enough for me. Honestly, for me, I need my face to tan with my body. I know some people have a tendency of just tanning their body neck down, but I have done that before, and it's just so weird. When you have to run out of the house, or when you wake up in the morning and your face is just pale and your body is tan, like, it's just so strange to me. I can do that, okay, but oftentimes I leave the house in my glasses, like just with my bun up. Like, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna explain to humanity that my face is white because I tan the rest of my body? People are just like, this girl is like nuts, okay? I applied it really into my roots. Like, I really, really massage it into my roots so that the tan that's on my face goes into like the deep parts of my hair, so you can't tell. That's like one of my tips, by the way. But I really love this, and I actually use this. I don't use the mitt that I use on my body. That, to me, just doesn't seem hygienic. I have a mini one that I got from like Ulta, and this one just fits conveniently on like 3 fingers, and I could just go ahead and rub this on my face. Super simple, super easy, really makes life a lot better. So on to kind of the demo and my tips and tricks. Basically, the first thing I can say is make sure you exfoliate. And the thing is, everyone's going to tell you that. But for me personally, I don't know if other people do this, I'm sure they do, but I exfoliate on dry skin with dry hands. So I step into the shower, grab my exfoliant, which by the way, I've been obsessed with Soap & Glory for my moisturizer and my exfoliant. It's like been my go-tos. But basically I grab that and I apply it on my dry skin. I really exfoliate all the parts of my body, especially those places where you're definitely going to see that kind of clinginess from self-tanners, like your knees, your elbows, your hands, my neck a lot. And I don't like to exfoliate with water. I feel like it's too gentle. So if you have sensitive skin, use water. So then I start taking a shower. Basically it washes off. My skin feels like a baby's bottom. It's wonderful. I get out of the shower, dry it with a towel, and then once it feels kind of dry, I will apply lotion onto those places, like my elbows, my fingers, my knees, like places where you are definitely going to see those dry spots. And I apply it very lightly, very little here and there. And this way when I'm applying the tanner, even though it is a lotion already, because you created that barrier there, it's going to actually apply on top of that lotion, but it's not going to absorb into your skin as much as places that don't have that lotion. I want to make sure you take into consideration areas on your skin that are a little bit darker. So for me, when I'm doing my face tanner, I don't apply it under my eyes where I have dark eye circles. I don't apply it on my upper lip because I don't want to accentuate that. Like, I don't want even more darkness there. When applying self-tanner, always use a tanning mitt. They're like my favorite thing ever. But when I apply it, I use circular motions to really just make sure I blend it all in. I like to apply, when it comes to sprays, I actually spray them onto my skin and then rub it in. I'm using circles. But when it comes to the lotion, I actually like to apply the lotion onto the mitt and then moisturize and kind of use it to my advantage. Another thing that I do is I avoid kind of being too hot. You don't want to sweat or be wet before you actually shower in the morning after the tanner like actually goes ahead and, like, you know, works its magic on you. So what I do is I actually end up going to bed and I have like one light blanket. I avoid like being too hot. And if I am going about like my day, I wear, like if I'm doing on my legs, I try to wear flowy clothes. But yeah, so I'm really happy with my tanning routine. I feel like it's really given me kind of a chance to be tan without actually having to like lay out outside. So if you do have dry skin, definitely recommend using a body lotion over the sprays. But let me know if you have any other kind of suggestions or tips and tricks for when you are self-tanning. That way we can all learn together. Don't forget to subscribe. Give this video a giant thumbs up if you want to see more of my routines, maybe like a hair routine or like, you know, any of those kind of things. And I'll see you guys in my next video. I love you so much and I will see you next time. Bye!